To be fair, it started out like this. Then I noticed the capacitor was dangling by the wires, so I pulled on it a little bit, and it shorted out. So now we're at this. Here's the problem right there. It also came with a chip barrel, a ton of hose, a bunch of Ys, and blast gates. Of course, my daughter thought it was more fun to roll on it, but that's fine. So let's fix this old beast from 1991. So here's the deal. I got this entire machine and the chip barrel and all the other parts for $150 from a good friend of mine. It was working when he gave it to me, so it was my fault. I could tell because it's a capacitor hanging off it that it's an induction motor, because only induction motors have capacitors to start or run them. So I knew I could take this thing apart without damaging it. Since the machine was 31 years old, I figured it would need a good cleaning anyways. An induction motor only has 4 to 6 wires. So again, I knew it would be pretty easy to repair. So I did some lead repair on it and put an electrical box to protect the wiring so no one gets shocked, and properly mounted the capacitor for no stress relief. I wanted this type of box because the sides are removable. Typically that's so you can connect 2 or more together to make a larger box. In this case, I wanted to be able to take the sides off because I'm attaching parts to both sides. It just makes it easier to work on. So I know I'm glossing over how I figured out the taps and drills, but I can explain briefly. I wanted to reuse the screw from the bottom of the box. So I figured out the thread count. Then I looked that thread count up on a drill chart, and it told me I need number 21 drill for the final hole size. Then I went and found the correct tap. Got a handle and some tapping lube and made the holes. When you're drilling something like cast iron or steel, you have to start with a small hole and work your way up to the final size. Otherwise you'll trash your drill bits and worse, break a hardened drill bit off in the metal, which would be impossible to drill out. This is the safe way to do it. So I'm making a new lead to attach to the bad connection inside. I know I didn't show it, but the coil winding bare copper actually isn't bare. It's got some kind of paint or shellac on it that prevents the wires from shorting out to each other. So you have to use a bit of sandpaper to scrape the insulation off before you solder. This is just cheap Harbor Freight shrink wrap. This kind has glue on the inside, so when you get it hot, it sticks to the wires. I'm just making sure it's well protected. You'll see on the other side in a minute. The coils are tied together with some type of string, but because I had to remove it to expose the shorted out wire, I just cut all of it off because it's all tied together. So I need to repair that so that the coils don't vibrate and wear through the insulation. So I'm cheating and using Made in USA zip ties. You can actually see a little piece of the string left at the bottom and the middle. When I got it, the power wires were just dangling with exposed leads, and I consider this very dangerous. So I'm adding an electrical box to protect all the high voltage wires so no one, like little hands, can get shocked, or people with just one hand. The only effective way to attach this box was to drill and tap threads. You could drill a hole and try to get a nut in from the inside, but trust me, there is no space to work in there. Here you can see I'm using a special screwdriver that can clamp on a flathead. You'll see later in the video I have another one that does the same thing to a flathead. I'll put some pictures up for you. This was the terminal strip that was attached to the side of the motor originally that had the bare wires dangling off it. I'm mounting it inside the box to protect from electrical shocks. I'm going to cut this video off here. It's getting too long. but I will give you a sneak peek of where this project's going. Check it out.